only recognized it after the leopards started eating their face. Like, it wasn't the militant hate campaign or the, years and years of ramping up far-right fascist rhetoric or the dictatorial stuff. If you ever actually believed that Elon Musk was going to take a fine-tooth comb to government spending, you're kind of like a little bit of a retard. Well, it's not just being retarded, right? It's like you were ideologically incentivized to not pay attention to stuff because you didn't think you'd be getting hit, which was stupid because you worked for the postal. Oh, sorry, not postal. I thought this was USPS, IRS, and they were literally saying they were going to gut the IRS. Like, I don't know what you want.
Loading up either the programs that we needed to operate or like teams. My story is the teams. That's kind of how I figured out that we were getting fired today. Was when I went in, I logged into Teams, and I sent you the photo of what I saw when I went to log in. And that's when I left my cubicle and I went around to everybody else I work with. I'm like, hey, what's your teams look like? Some were having trouble, some were able to log in. It was a very, very chaotic. There was no organization to it at all. And basically, we just sat around for the rest of the day.
Also, do you know how stupid you have to be a federal administrative state employee and vote Republican? The vast majority of administrative state workers outside, like the FBI or whatever, vote Democrat because Republicans are so openly antagonistic to the entire purpose and function of the federal bureaucracy. They want to cut and privatize everything. Like, you have to be so. There's a reason why the majority of these people vote Democrat.
Talk about government efficiency. We literally sat there and did nothing all day long while we waited for our fate. So again, we got our email saying that we were fired after sitting around all day knowing we were fired. And then we turned in our equipment about an hour or so later, and then we were escorted out of the building.
What do you make of what happened to you and your colleagues today? We hear about 400 employees, including yourself, were laid off.
It's unfair.
Oh, yeah.
I was unemployed, so I was laid off. I was laid off before.
Now, this guy is not around to audit me after I list every clothing purchase as a business expense because I've worn it on stream. Finally, I'm safe.
This job. And it took me 8 months to apply and go through all the background checks and everything I had to do to get this job.
Me.
4 months later, now I'm in the same boat I was in before. I don't know how to feel. I'm kind of numb right now. I went out to lunch with one of my buddies after immediately it happened, and what can you do at this point? Aside from reach out to the news organizations, reach out
news. Vibes. Trump did exactly what he said he was going to do, but I didn't think it would hit me. Mods. I got literally exactly what I voted for. Mods.
Our senators reach out to our representatives. It was an illegal firing. My performance was good. I was doing everything I was supposed to be doing. I was even.
Dude, they don't care. It's all like me. Like it's just because he's been aggrieved. This mother wouldn't care if all the employees he didn't like got axed. There's no. It's
one of those government employees that went every day of the week. I had to report every Monday through Friday.
Listen to that. I was one of those government employees who had to go every day of the week. Not like those other lazy government employees that Elon should have cut. I was one of the good ones. I was one of the hard workers. This is literally just like a federal bureaucracy equivalent of the Trump supporting undocumented immigrants who are like, no, he just wants to get rid of the criminals.
Okay, 7 to 3:30. That was my tour duty, and that's what I served.
Tour duty.
And here I am.
Wow.
Did they give you any inkling as to is there a package that you're aware about that exists right now?
Well, no, not for us. I did not take that deferred resignation. which now looking back on it, it's kind of a regret, but who knows if that's even going to be honored in the end anyway, too. So I just feel pretty lost. I don't know where I'm going to go forward from here. I know the job market's not great right now, and what occurred today across the country is not going to help the job market.
What do you make of the Trump administration's actions?
I thought that he was. I did support him. I was a Trump supporter.
Yay!
When he talks about government waste and all that, yes, I'm behind it. I believe there is a lot of stuff in the government that
Enjoy having Grok 3 process your job apps, buddy.
And that's part of the reason why I actually wanted to work for the government, actually, to help change the things that are wrong in the world, and I thought that someone with like his business acumen would have.
Dude, imagine supporting Trump and working for the IRS of all of the branches to work in, of all of them that you could possibly work in. That's the one you're going to support Trump from? That's insane.
In with a fine-tooth comb and actually found it, instead of coming in with a wrecking ball and destroying people's lives.
By the way, notice how his definition of coming in with a wrecking ball is him losing his job. This guy isn't even a legacy government worker. Didn't he say he'd been there for like 6 months or something?
No reason.
4 months.
Reason for the termination?
That my performance no longer fits the mission of the IRS.
Can you?
How much are you guys giving for PS5 controllers? $16.20. All right, fine. I'll take it. I don't want to, but I will here.
I cannot take this.
What's up?
I cannot take this. This is not an actual PS5 controller.
Well, this is for a PS5.
That is not licensed by Sony. It doesn't even have a PS mark on it.
Well, it might be like the first edition that came with the PlayStation 5.
Absolutely.
So how much will you give me for that?
Nothing.
How much are you guys giving for PS5 controllers? $16.20. All right, fine. I'll take it. I don't want to, but I will here.
I cannot take this.
What's up?
I cannot take this. This is not an actual PS5 controller.
Well, this is for a PS5.
That is not licensed by Sony. It doesn't even have a PS mark on it.
Well, it might be like the first edition.
As Elon Musk was doing this last night on stage. His ex-girlfriend and the mother to his children, Grimes, was posting calls for help from him about his child. Let's get all into it. So last night it was alleged. I mean, you tell me, because I am hearing someone who is high out of their mind Wall Street Journal did reporting saying that Elon Musk has a ketamine problem, and as their reporting, not mine. Ketamine is a very, very potent drug, and if you listen to this, it does sound like Elon Musk is not fully there. It would explain why someone would be wearing sunglasses indoors. Let's listen.
If you got to protect the First Amendment, it's not much more important than that.
Yeah, I got a lot of criticism, and people said, well, that proves he's a huge idiot from, like, look, he bought it for whatever, $44 billion, and now it's worth like 8 cents. And
It's not worth 8 cents.
It was essentially, by freedom of expression.
If you got to...
Did anyone catch that? Because, I mean, that was to me someone not fully there. And as someone said, he is high as a kite and he's inches from owning the nuclear football. Congratulations, Mitch McConnell. Yeah, congratulations, Mitch McConnell. Which, by the way, Mitch McConnell and I share the same birthday. A very powerful day. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, I just want to give a quick plug to my Substack. If you want to get more of me and you want to get more of my insights, it's a great way to get it. So again, that's kateedwards.substack.com. We just hit 10,000 subscribers earlier this week, so it's growing, and I'd love for you to be a part of the community. If not, that's totally fine. I'd love to see you here too, and I will see you next time. Marlene Robertson said, seeing the richest man on earth concealing his eyes, unable to make a coherent sentence and idiotically waving a chainsaw should alarm every American. It should. This man should just be a rich idiot, but he is within the levers of our government trying to make and break things.
Yeah, they did go crazy. No, I mean, that whole cancel culture and they're trying to stop freedom of speech and it breaks upon, just in general, it breaks upon people's personal freedoms. They just want state control what you say. They want to, take away your guns. And the reason I want to take away your guns is like there's nothing to do to oppose them. So it's sort of like, I just like we just need to restore the fundamental elements of what made America great, which is freedom and opportunity.
We have freedom and opportunity right now. What they are doing, what Elon Musk and Donald Trump are doing, are trying to take it away from us. It's gaslighting 101. And like I said, as that was happening, Grimes, who is I guess you would say a pop star, I don't know what you would classify her as, a musician, famous, has a child with Elon Musk, posted this to him. She subsequently deleted it, or some are alleging that Elon Musk may have shadow banned her since he owns X, or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. Here's what she said. Please respond about your child's medical crisis. I am so sorry to do this publicly, but it is no longer acceptable to ignore the situation. This requires immediate attention. If you don't want to talk to me, can you please designate or hire someone who can so that we can move forward in solving this? This is urgent, Elon. She went on to say, I'm not giving any details, but he won't respond to text calls or emails, and he has skipped every meeting, and our child will suffer lifelong impairment if he doesn't respond ASAP. So I need him to fucking respond, and if I have to apply public pressure, then I guess that's where we are at. Interestingly, this is not the first time that this has happened within even 2 weeks. Because Elon Musk had a baby with another woman, and she said this. She said 5 months ago, I welcome a new baby in the world, Elon Musk, father. This is a woman who is a right-wing influencer. And she also was reaching out to Elon because he wasn't responding to her about his alleged child. It is interesting that Elon responded to this clearly in jest screenshot that was discussed with his team months ago in a document called Now he decides to respond publicly from an account that posted underage photos of me as if he wasn't asking me to have more children last week. I would like to take this offline for our child's sake and have been attempting to do so for weeks. So, these are the people running the government, and just to put a cap on this, this is such a problem that Vanity Fair has an article about Elon Musk's 13 children and their mothers in parentheses that we know. They have a guide on it. And I do think that this just speaks to the rot in the Republican Party that they allow a man like this to influence their politics, to try to take control of our government, who is essentially an unelected bureaucrat trying to change the way that Congress can and cannot spend money that was already appropriated, breaking our Constitution. This is who they're lifting up. So let's remind them who this really is. And I just want to end with this because I just thought this was so telling. Piers Morgan, who is not a fan of Democrats, said to him, I admire a lot of what you do, Elon Musk, but your vicious attack on President Zelensky last night was incredibly disappointing. Anything negative to say about Vladimir Putin? Or is it just a guy whose country he illegally invaded, which is the problem? Yeah. I am not shocked that someone like Elon Musk takes the side of the perpetrator, not the person who was inflicted.
Jump into the next questions. I would like you to share with me your screen immediately. Jump into the next questions. I would like you to share with me your screen immediately. Now.
Sure. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes. So tell me, how do you handle the conflict within your team?
Awesome. That's a great question, right? So, to handle conflict within the team effectively, first I would love to encourage open communication within the team.
Jump into the next questions. I would like you to share with me your screen immediately. Now.
Sure. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes. So tell me, how do you handle the conflict within your team?
Alright. I'm live.
Hey there, Blade. Yes, love that energy. Being alive means we can have some fun together. What's on your mind? Anything exciting happening in your world? Or are you just